back up and she says, Nathaniel, you're ruining this girl's chance to tell her story.
What?
But you're not like the rest of them. Like, it's, you know what I mean? You just can have a good time and get on with the show. You'll be the stars of the show.
There's a rumor going round.
All the rumors are true, yeah. What you heard, that's true, yeah.
What do you think's scarier, doing that or marrying me?
Marrying you.
Are you joking me?
And it still is.
I don't know if you know, but guess what? Nathaniel has just quit Married at First Sight UK, and the show's only 4 episodes in. And let me tell you, he didn't hold back when he called the show a complete sham. Can you believe that?
Obviously, I'm going to reveal to you today that I left the show. There was many reasons why I left the show, and I think let's start off with the lack of transparency, the fact that there was conversations had of what my preferences were.
At this point, we all know that Nathaniel and Ella were paired up together, and Ella happens to be the show's first transgender bride, while Nathaniel happens to be the first groom who is pansexual. But get this, Nathaniel said he specifically told them that he didn't want to be matched up with someone who's transgender, but they did it anyway.
I went told all the way through the process I would like a guy. It's a guy that this is the only way I'm going to fall in love easier, is with a guy. It has to be an extraordinarily woman that has a masculine energy that I can like. I also said that I didn't want anyone that smoked, that had a good job, had a real job and lived in their own house, etc. These were the no deal breakers, and I asked for them, but all of them were broken straight away.
And that's not all. The show's producers clearly did not buy to Nate's deal breakers, as he clearly told them he didn't want a smoker or someone who's worked in the sex industry.
Burton called me on the phone, and she went, Nathaniel, we found your match. And in my head, I'm like, you matched me with someone that was already in the process a long time ago. You were finding someone for him. I was found for him. So now you found someone for me. I felt really sort of suspicious. Then she goes, it's a lovely girl, but we need to tell you something. She's trans. I says, I can't do this. This is not me. She said, have a think about it. I said, for about 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, it was a no, no, no.
Do you feel it's a real stitch up?
Yeah,
yeah.
It's too contrived, too much of a stitch up.
Unless
when it's that obvious you're trying to create drama, it loses its impact.
At this point, I've already lost my work contract because I was expecting to be on the show. So I couldn't go back. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? Do I do this? She calls me back up and she says, Nathaniel, you're ruining this girl's chance to tell her story. And sort of puts me on the back foot, the fact that I was like, okay, I can be here to sort of shine for the LGBT community, and maybe I could fall in love with her. They were saying she's lovely, you'd get on, but then it followed up with a comment, but you're not like the rest of them. Like, it's, you know what I mean, you just can have a good time and get on with the show. You'll be the stars of the show.
I can't get past this wall of this other person. You don't need to be that big peacock for people to like you because you were amazing.
And I went, this is not really what I want. I want to be in love with someone. I wanted to be tested. I wanted to find out about myself.
Why is it always that when we have conversations, when we're not in front of the camera, it's okay, but then as soon as the camera's there, you kick off with me?
You're the one that changed.
Wow, wow.
After the conversation on the phone and being told, oh, it doesn't matter about, like, you're not in it for that, it sort of set me back, and I realised this process is not what I've signed up for. It's kind of fake. But it was too late at the time. I was halfway, 1 foot in, and now I felt like I was going to take away from this trans person's journey, which I thought was going to be so different from most other people's trans journey.
I've never dated a trans person.
I cannot.
Ah, so you cannot?
No, I cannot not.
I'm pansexual. I've had boyfriends, I've had girlfriends.
There was a day that I came after my honeymoon that I was lucky to have my phone back. I demanded it, I needed it. I spoke to one of my friends who knows lots of people where Ella was from, and she gave me the lowdown gossip of everything, like who she is, what she does, what she's been doing, and I had I was having a serious like stress out. All this information about Ella being a sex worker, I want to address it I want to address it on camera. They wouldn't let me address it. You see, what you see on episode 3, The Honeymoon, at the end, is me blowing up at production.
I can't even say everything I know and why I act the way I act because I'm not allowed to say it.
But why?
Because we all know why.
Her and everyone around me, because I was told, you can't say this. This is not what we want for Ella. And she, obviously you hear on there saying, I wasn't an escort. She was still doing strip work while, as soon as she got back off the show again.
You're lying in this whole thing.
What on earth are you on about?
You've lied because you're a stripper.
She never stopped. So I just realised that I can't do this anymore. I looked at Ella and I realised that the show was creating a monster, and I wasn't here for bad representation, but they knew that they were never going to give her the bad edit because of many things that actually happened throughout the show. So I knew it was time to leave and take myself out of there because my mental health was deteriorating. I spoke to all 3 of the psychs. 2 of them basically said to me, we just don't know what to say. We don't know how to help you. I think production knew they needed to get me out of there ASAP because I was ready to tear the building down with the truth and the lies and the way they were treating other contributors. It's dark. This is not how I wanted the honeymoon to be.
Hey you, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.